Okay, Manoira Makom Hazeh. We traveled over 3 hours all the way from Marrakesh to Mogadur-Essouira to visit the Kever, Reb Chaim Pinto Hagadol. Not to be confused with Reb Chaim Pinto, who's a grandson, who's the Rav and Malumad Benisim in Casablanca. Harav Hagadol, Mo'iz Umigdal, Mizera Kedoshim. He hailed from Holy Tzadikim, Arelim v'Tarshishim, Saba de Mishpatayim, Hamalumad Benisim Arda'asa Mekubal Leki Tzadik Yisraelim, Reb Chaim Pinto. He was nifter on the 26th day of Elul in the year 1845. He was born in 1748 in Agadir. He came here to Mogadur, and he elevated himself so greatly that he had Gilui Eliyahu, and many neshamos revealed themselves to him. There are many miraculous accounts. One time there was a makkah of locust here in Mogadur, and he chased it away with Tikiyas Shofar. Reb Chaim Pinto made a goylam to help the Jewish community, and then he realized that it's better to be Baitech B'Kadosh Baruch Hu, so he took apart the goylam, he put in earthenware jugs the pieces of the goylam, he put it in the Beis HaKnesses by his house, and then it was transferred here to the cemetery. Reb Chaim Pinto was malumad in the nace of Kvitzas Haderach, in the miracle of Kvitzas Haderach. So on one occasion, he came to Rav David ben Chassin, who was in the city of Meknes, and he says, let's go to Mogadir. So he said, Mogadir, it's a very far trip. From Meknes to Mogadir is a very far trip, especially back then. He said, don't worry. He said, I can't go. My wife's going to wake up in the morning. She's not going to know where I am. He said, don't worry. We'll guarantee to be back before she wakes up. He said, it's impossible. He said, just come. And sure enough, with Kvitzas Haderach, he came to Mogadur, where they met Rabbi Yisrael Najara. Who's Rabbi Yisrael Najara? The author of Karibayim. He was a Rav in Gaza. And they met him for he came down from the Olam HaEmes. Rabbi Yisrael Najara is reputed to have had the soul of David HaMelech. He was the author of Karibayim. He came down to Mogadur and he met Reb Chaim, Reb David ben Chassin, together with Reb Chaim Pinto Hagadol. And then they made up that every Rosh Chodesh they would come here in Mogadur, and Rabbi Yisrael Najara would sing piyutim with them at this location. Now, even though Reb Chaim Pinto greeted everyone b'sever panim yafais, in the month of Elul until the Yom Naram, he locked himself up in a room. That was the room that the Or HaChaim HaKadosh lived in. In that room, his children were born, his grandchildren, and he wouldn't speak for 40 days. There was just a hole and a little kitchen that they would pass food to him in. Now, in 1845, in the last year of his life, during Elul, where he never would speak, he wouldn't come out, he came out of the room to be ma'oira the people, to do tshuva, to be mechazik the people, and people realized it must be, these are his last days. And sure enough, on the 26th day of Elul, in 1845, he returned his holy neshama to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Some say he's the Rebbe of the Abir Yaakov, Rabbi Yaakov Abi Chatzera. Here in this place, people flock from all over the world, from all over Morocco, and they've experienced great nisim. It's makubal that anyone who comes on the yard site, at least one of a person's bakashos is niskabel. Just want to point out, where we're standing, you can mamish hear the ocean. It's on the ocean. The Mefarshim say, Masechta Klaim, at the end of the Masechta, that the beach of Chutz La'aretz has a connection to Eretz Yisrael. That's why Rabbi Meir said, when his Aron was in Chutz La'aretz, to put him onto the Chayf Hayam. So this Kever is already on the Chayf Hayam, which is a Bechina of Eretz Yisrael. We're going to see buried behind is the Kever of Rabbi Yaakov Bibas, who is Reb Chaim Pinto's Rebbe. And we'll also see under this Oyel were all the Rabbanim of Mogadur, including Rav Ram Koriat, Rav Yonah Navon, and we'll talk about other Gedolim. Rav Yosef Al-Malah is buried here, and Rabbi Yosef Al-Malah Hasheni is buried here. Zechusam Yagin Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael. Amen.